like, hey, do you know somebody at the Hall of Fame I want to go visit? And he was like, just wait, we're going to go as a team. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Is there anything you're looking forward to looking at in there?
I mean, just the history. Understanding the players that come before you, the legends that have played this game. It's always a blessing. I've always prided myself on, holding up that legacy of, the hard work, the everything that those players stood for, and trying to become the best player that I can be. In the hopes to get to that point one day. So. To see it finally and to experience it would be great.
As a player, you guys have 2 field trips today and then tomorrow to get away from the facility. It's gotta, I would imagine, bring a breath of fresh air to you guys instead of doing the same old thing.
No doubt. Like you said, it's like a field trip. You fall asleep on the bus, you wake up, you're here. When you was a kid, you go to the, when I was in school, we used to go to the aquarium, maybe Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, just to get out the classroom. But like you said, the grind, the consistent grind, from phase 1 all the way to mandatory mini camp. That's what it's about, and that's bringing it together, and then you get a chance to experience cool things like this.
If you fell asleep on the bus, you might not be able to answer this question, but the football life of Jim.
Oh no, I watched that part. Coach Kevin, I watched it. He told us to watch that.
So what did you learn about him watching that?
No, that was dope. I thought I watched them all, but seeing that one, I think the biggest takeaway was his special person. You talk about the scene where his teammate was like, he got cut, and he was like, yeah, they cut me, man. He was like, nah, wait 1 second, I'll be right back, and then he's on the team again. Like, what type, who has that power in today's, football? But that tells you the type of person he was, type of player he was, and what he stood for.
Anthony, the emphasis on team building this year, this is part of that today's. Was it needed? Did you feel that at the end of the year last year?
Oh, no doubt. I'll be completely honest. When I was in Indy, I thought that we established that culture there, and when I came here, it was a little different. And I'm starting to feel what I felt in Indy. When I was there. Just the brotherhood that we had, all the guys coming together. The team camaraderie. Last year, it was a little standoffish, and a lot of guys. Again, this is professional football, so I get it. But to be a great team, you got to have that camaraderie. You got to have that team mindset, because when you go through the dark days of sometimes you may lose, or the dog days of camp, the dog days of this grind, the mini camp, and everything like that. You need that team brotherhood, that team bond to keep bringing you together. And I'm glad that we're building that.
What's changed? I'm sorry. What's changed since last year in terms of the standoffish to now more camaraderie?
You gotta think, you're coming off COVID, and guys are so spread away. We had 2 locker rooms. I think, I had 5 lockers to myself last year. So and now it's everybody in one locker room. You see the guys every morning. Everybody's here. As much as voluntary as it was, a lot of guys were here, to get those workouts in phase 1, phase 2, and everything like that. So just to have the whole team together, I think would be the biggest difference.
The NFL can be a transient league with guys bouncing around. The days of a guy spending his entire career with a single team are rare. Just the opportunity to kind of get to know the history of the Browns and what the franchise means to Northeast Ohio, and maybe why the fans are so passionate about this team. As someone that came in from another market, just what does that mean to you to really get to know the roots of this franchise?
No doubt. Obviously, when I first came, as soon as I came, one of the guys in Indy told me, Cleveland is like, there's no other fan base like Cleveland. And you're thinking like, why? Or, I'll see when I get there, and you realize it. This is what this team stands for. This is the whole community is behind this team. They want greatness. I talked to Ron Brewer. He was like, dude, we were on 16. Everybody was at every game. And the city was there. Still supporting. And then even the next year, it was still the same thing. So you understand that. I can tell you this. When I was growing up as a Miami Dolphins fan, they went 0-16. We were not going to the game. So, but this is exciting, man. It's when the city wants you to do well, when they want the team to do well, it's exciting to be a part of.
Anthony, are you glad that you didn't have to tackle Jim Brown? And when you you watch his highlights, what comes to your mind?
Yeah, he was a very powerful runner. You know, very elusive as well. I think he had the total package as a running back. I would have been excited to, you know, if I could say I tackled him, I would have been excited to say that. But yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of good backs in our game today that kind of resemble that same, you know, running style mindset that he has, and so we got 2-3 of them on our team. So I'm glad to be on this team.
Anthony, when we're out of practice, we hear this defense. You guys are talking about. How do you want this defense to be this year?
I mean, I don't even, you know, I want us to be a championship team at the end of the day. And if we're remembered as that, I'm fine. We got a long way to go, obviously, as a defense, as a whole team. But, you know, I think we're taking the steps in the right direction as a defense to grow, to understanding the concepts that, you know, we're trying to install and everything like that. And once we get, I think once we get to September, I think we're going to be flying around.
Anthony, even before Myles Garrett started playing in the NFL, he was talking about the Hall of Fame. What does it say about him to have those kind of goals and kind of put that out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I know, like, if you play this game, you want to be the best at it. And if you don't have that mindset, then, you're not going to last very long in this league. So for him to set them goals, I expect nothing else from him. And, it's kind of early right now, but I say he's a shooter. So we'll see that. We'll see.
Good?
Right, thank you.
Yeah, have a good one. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.